Con Shalom. This is Brother Maccabee and the rest of the brothers down on the south side. The brother Azara, brother Yadazak. First and foremost, we want to give all praises unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Shem, Rakah, Kadash. All right. We want to give double honors unto the elders of GMS. All right. We also want to give a sincere shout out and shalom to all the Akim out there who are pushing this word with truth and sincerity to the four corners and four winds, and to all the sincere Akim and Akwath who are out there listening and learning. And we just going to pick back up where we kind of had left off before with the next part of this lesson here. So go ahead, brother, take it away.
That's on you, Zara.
There you said Daniel 12 and 1?
But do the Amos 5 and 18 first. All
right, con.
To Amos.
This is Amos, chapter 5, verse 18. Woe unto you that desireth the day of the Lord. To what end is it for you? The day of the Lord is darkness and not light.
That darkness without light, like the brother was going into in the last video, of what kind of is going to go be on there. You know, there's going to be things going on that you can't even imagine, man. Talking about concentration camps. All right, you got people being starved and women and children.
Hold up one second, bro.
Shit, where was that? Will you read that again, Babakasha?
Yeah, it was Amos 5 and 18.
Amos chapter 5, verse 18. Woe unto you that desireth the day of the Lord. To what end is it for you? The day of the Lord is darkness and not light.
You know, so like I was saying, we're going back into those concentration camps and stuff. They got guillotines, you know, ready for brothers that, you know, testimony of Hamashiach. You know, they got all kinds of stuff ready for you niggas, man. Death camps. You know, think about all the new weapons that are made. They got bullets that shoot out. And you know, the bullet comes apart. Now it's 8 bullets coming at you from one shot. Or, you know, some that, the bullets that go inside of you and then disperse. You know. So, you know, Esau has, you know, devised all kinds of major wickedness to try to combat the Lord, because his ultimate goal is going to be wiping out Jake. Because if the elect is all dead, how can there be, you know, any save? So that going back into that, what is it, Revelations 12 and 12, or 16 and 12, where it says the devil has come down upon you with great wrath, knowing but he have a short time. Esau, Edom, know he has a short time. So that's why you're seeing a lot of this wickedness being pushed on an ultra level, you know, coming into these last days, man.
You mind if I just land back off you real quick?
Go ahead, brother.
This is Micah 2 and 1, and it reads, Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds when the morning is light. They practice it because it is in the power of their Salakia. And they covet fields and take them by violence, and houses and take them away, so that they oppress a man and his house and even his heritage. Salakia, even a man and his heritage. And that's what you see Esau Edom doing, man, all over the earth in the current moment. All right, Esau Edom is pushing his agendas. All right, basically bullying the whole earth, man. And whoever doesn't do what they want, they start a proxy war, or they bomb the shit out of you. They flex their muscle on you until you do what they want. All right, and because of that behavior, you got the nations of the world who are now actually realizing that America is really not that bad, man. America ain't as tough as they are presenting themselves to be, man. You know, they got, for lack of better words, man, they got that Ben Askren complex, man. America's 19-0, but ain't really fought nobody. Mm-hmm. You know, they got a couple no contests where, you know, they technically lost, but a technicality means that they didn't have to take the L. Like when you think about Vietnam and Korea and some of their more current conflicts, they ain't winning these fucking wars. These are unwinnable wars they fighting. So they got that Ben Askren complex, man. You know, proud beyond belief, pride through the roof for no fucking reason, for no reason. You know, for people who don't know who that is, or you know, or are not hip to what Ben, or who or how or why. All right, to educate you, Ben Askren is an MMA fighter who was 19-0 up until last weekend or the weekend before. He had pretty much taken down and beaten up everybody that he had ever been in the ring with, except for his last fight. He won and technically didn't win. I mean, he won. If you look at the rule book, he got a win, but it didn't. You know, it was one of those things people look at. There are gonna always be an asterisk next to it, if that makes sense. So he came out, made a whole bunch of noise. You know, like an Edomite, because I have no doubt that Ben Askren is an Edomite. He was very proud and prideful, and he was humbled in 5 seconds when he got in the ring with a legitimate contender, a legitimate MMA practitioner, a guy who's dedicated his life to busting other niggas in the ass, and he got humbled in 5 seconds. That's how it's gonna be for Esau Edom, man. Okay, you're gonna be humbled in a matter of of minutes, of seconds. Your ass is gonna be humbled, man. In an hour, come. Your nation gonna be dismantled and destroyed in light of an hour, man. The Most High gonna take your ass out. Go ahead, bro. Shalakia.
You good, brother?
All right, Con. This is Daniel 12:1. And at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince, which standeth for the children of thy people, and there shall be a time of trouble such as never was since there was a nation, even to the same time, and at that time thy people shall be delivered, every one that shall be found written in the book.
Con. So everyone who's written into that book of life, everyone who the Most High deemed to be saved from the very beginning back in Genesis, you're going to be saved. All right? If you're going to be exactly where you're supposed to be, doing exactly what you're supposed to be doing. And if the Most High deemed that you're going to be plucked out of this madness, then you will be. All right? And like Zyra mentions often, the Most High is not a respecter of persons. So if you're not written in this book of life, and if you're an Israelite, you say, what's the alternative? Death by pain. All right, you're going to suffer death by pain, whether it be through the nuclear fire, if the Most High preserves you through Jacob's trouble, or whether it be
take that chip.
Right, or if you take that chip, thinking that you're going to be saved, or you're going to be having some sort of protection for your family. Hey, Esau's going to kill your ass anyway, man. That's what you people don't get. Con.
Because people don't fear the Lord nowadays.
Yeah, people don't fear the Lord.
I got a set for that too,
Stand
back over what you said.
Con. Go ahead if you got it ready.
Yeah, I got it ready. This is Ecclesiasticus chapter 2, verse 16. They that fear the Lord will seek that which is well-pleasing unto him, and they that love him shall be filled with the law.
Con. Because if you love Yahweh, you're not going to take that chip. You know what I'm saying? If you're dedicated to the truth, you're dedicated to the Most High, and to getting the first hell out of Babylon, the last thing you gonna do is take that chip.
And that's why they call it the Great Temptation, man, because it's not gonna come at a time where it's easily deniable.
No, it's gonna come at a time when you're hungry and in nakedness and in thirst
and in pain
and in want of all things. Then they're gonna spring that chip on you.
Yep.
Well, come on, nigga, we got water and honey over here, baby.
Yeah, you want to play 2K again, baby?
Yeah, I know you want to play 2K. We got 2K 221 over here, baby.
Niggas been getting killed for a year.
Speaking of that,
let's relax and play 2K for a little
Right.
bit, man.
I'm a documentary fiend, Akiyam, and I just seen a documentary on Netflix about this doctor who's actually taken out supposedly extraterrestrial microchips, but it's just Esau capturing people and implanting them with chips.
Mm-hmm.
Come.
And they're putting it right there for everybody to see.
Come. And they show you, man, Esau he's so naked, so to speak.
Booty naked.
He's so naked out here that
red tiny.
It's hard to understand. Yeah, for real, man. That little pink meat just flopping in the wind. This shit not even heavy enough to break the wind. You know what I'm saying? Esau is so naked out here though that he can't. To his ways and his thing, the evil things which he does, his evil doings, they're so easy to spot. They're so easy to see. And for people to still be in denial about what's going on with Esau Edom, man, you niggas is choosing ignorance.
Like I always say, just because you got your ass in the sand, or your head in the sand, don't mean your ass ain't gonna get burned.
Exactly, man.
You know what I'm saying?
You can bury your head in the sand
as deep as you want to, but your ass
is still out. And it could get burned.
I got a set for that.
Go ahead, brother.
Hey, this is Ecclesiasticus chapter 3, verse 19. Many are in high place and of renown, but mysteries are revealed unto the meek.
Con. The mysteries are revealed unto the meek, man. So, Pastor Joel Osteen, okay, he doesn't know shit.
About shit.
And you know why we know he doesn't know shit? Because he's proud as fuck. And he's doing this for filthy lucre's sake. And for people who maybe, you know, most people know who Joel Osteen is by now. But if you don't know who
even
he is,
niggas know who
yeah, even worldly, yeah, good Joel Osteen.
Well, you know, Esau is always going to show his horns.
Yeah, man, what the hell is going on?
Because when that hurricane happened and Jake was displaced, people went to the, you can go ahead.
No, I was just about to say the same thing. When that hurricane hit and all those people were misplaced and pushed out of their homes, Joel Osteen closed the doors to his church so that no one could be in his church, take shelter in his church.
And the cold part is some of those were his members.
Right.
Paying tithes.
Some of the people who pay him to live the lucrative life that he lives, because Joel Osteen got a G6. He got a G6 jet. That nigga could and be in Yoruba, like, and he could have lunch in Italy and dinner in France.
And
you know what I'm saying?
It's funny too that you other camps, man, you thrive to do shit like that.
Right.
You know, you look at what Nate did a few years back, and he was trying to travel, got his own little jet to travel and shit. You know, that's exactly that's following in the ways of that neighbor that's leading you astray, man.
Right. Doing this for filthy lucre's sake, man. And the Most High's gonna deal with you niggas, man. You sell out niggas that are doing this for filthy lucre's sake and for just for
fame.
Yeah, or for fame or to get bitches or to try and have these
5 wives and shit.
Right. Hey man, we ain't supposed to be, having no damn parties and Israelite gatherings where we could get together and function, there's nothing wrong with that. But as far as like, when you're holding the Passover and you having a whole damn Hezekiah party
and a rap contest.
and a rap concert going on, and that shit ain't supposed to be going on, man. We in captivity. You niggas err and not understanding, man. All right, you have a lack of understanding if you doing shit like that.
I got an ending step. If y'all brothers are done, y'all got more steps. We can go on.
We could go on for a little while. Go ahead, brother. I got a few. Go ahead. Just a few I want to get to. Go ahead with what you got. Oh, okay. Come.
Good for
all right. Let me grab this one, man, because I'm just going to try to thoroughly bang the point home, I guess. But this is Mark 3, and I think I'm going to start at 23. All right. This is Mark 3 and 23, and it reads, "And he called unto them and said unto them in parables." All right, so in slick talk, how can Satan cast out Satan? All right, and if a kingdom be divided against itself, that kingdom cannot stand. And if a house be divided against itself, that house cannot stand. And if Satan rise up against himself and be divided, he cannot stand, but hath end. All right, basically getting into, man, that we're in a time now where, first and foremost, Esau has no fucking power, man. All right, so when people come up to us and they're like, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus Christ, because I wanted to touch on this anyway. And they say that ignorant shit to us, and we tell, ain't no power in that. First off, Cesare Borgia is a devil, okay? Cesare Borgia is a devil. And a devil can't cast a devil out. So go on up the street with that. But that's not my main point. The point being that the kingdom of Esau Edom, all right, the great and the great whooping stick, so to speak of, their kingdom is fractured. All right, and they're against each other because these Edomites of Russia, all right, who are in the land of Gog and Magog, but are still Edomites. They are utterly against the Edomites of Western civilization, Western society. All right, so you've got Esau against Esau. So there's no way that this kingdom can stand, because you got two devils that both want to destroy each other, trying to somehow say that they're gonna come to a peaceful conclusion. These niggas ain't gonna have no peaceful conclusion. All right, World War III is imminent. I got a
precept from Lamb backing off what you said.
Oh, go ahead.
This is Luke chapter 6, verse 39. And he spake a parable unto them, can the blind lead the blind?
Con.
Shall they not both fall into the ditch?
Con. So Esau's gonna fall into this ditch essentially. You know, he's falling and I done failed and I can't get up. This is Esau's problem, man. All right, him being the proud, ignorant, you know, what would you call it? I guess patriotic, moronic idiot that he is. He's gonna die over pride. Esau's willing to die over pride. All right, he's willing to destroy the whole earth over his pride, which is going to show you that he's that devilish. Did y'all brothers have some more?
I just got that 13 and 32.
Come on. This is Isaiah 66 and 15, and it reads, "For behold, Yahweh will come with fire, and with his chariots like a whirlwind, to render his anger with fury, and his rebuke with flames. For fire, and by his sword will Yahweh plead with all flesh, and the slain of Yahweh shall be many." All right, and when it comes to when we get to the nitty gritty of this thing, the Most High is gonna be destroying you niggas in the valley of judgment with chariots, man.
God, this is Joel chapter 3, verse 1. For behold, in the days and in that time when I shall bring again the captivity of Yahweh to Judah and Jerusalem, I will also gather all nations, and I will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat, Syria, and I will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel, Yasharallah.
Which Esau, Edom, and the other nations of the earth have oppressed.
Go ahead, read that again, Ak.
Which one?
What you just read.
The Isaiah.
I will also gather all nations and bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat, and I will plead with them for my people and for my heritage, whom they have scattered amongst all nations and parted my land. So the Lord said he was going to plead with the nations of the world in Syria. And the brother just read to you, before I hit this, how he's going to plead.
That's right. This is Isaiah 66 and 15. For behold, Yahweh will come with fire, and with his chariots like a whirlwind, to render his anger with fury, and his rebuke with flames of fire. For by fire and by his sword will Yahweh plead with all flesh. The slain of Yahweh shall be many. All right. So he's gonna kill many of these niggas, man. Will you continue on down? I think if you keep reading in Joel, it speaks about the arrows.
Time being bent against this place.
Yeah. Maybe, yeah.
I think it's in the second chapter.
It might be.
Yeah, it's in the second chapter where it's talking about the horses.
No, you're good, brother. Let me see if
This is Joel the second chapter, verse 1. Blow ye the trumpet in Zion, and sound the alarm in my holy mountain. Let all the inhabitants of the land tremble, for the day of the Lord cometh, for it is nigh at hand. A day of darkness and gloominess, a day of clouds and of thick darkness, as the morning spread upon the mountain, as a people and a strong, a great and strong people. There hath not been ever the like it, neither shall be any more after it, even to the years of many generations. A fire before them, and behind the flame a burden of the land, that is the Garden of Eden before them, and behind them a desolation wilderness, and nothing shall escape them. The appearance of them is as the appearance of horses, and as horsemen so they shall run. Like the noise of chariots on top of the mountains, so they shall leap. Like the noise of flame of the fire devouring the stubble, as a strong people set in battle array. Before their faces the people shall be much pained. All the faces gathered blackness. They shall run like mighty men, and they shall climb the walls like the men of war. They shall march every one in his way, and none shall break their ranks.
Come.
Just let me know when you want me to stop, brother.
Oh, you can stop, bro.
Go ahead, break.
What was you, Salakia? Where'd you start?
At 1. Read down to 7.
Read it. Will you just hit it again, Salakia, brother?
Okay. Verse 1. Blow ye the trumpet in Zion, and sound the alarm in my holy mountain.
That's right.
Let all the inhabitants of the land tremble, For the day of the Lord cometh, for it is nigh at hand.
Well, con. Yeah, and that's the Most High's day is nigh at hand. All right, and when these things to take place, and they are, okay, they just haven't started fighting on the ground yet in Syria, but they're having trade wars that are gonna go hot, and these missiles and these these prophecies are gonna take place. There's no turning this thing back, man. All right. If you remember, there's that scripture off the top of my head, just roughly paraphrasing, how the Most High is going to put the hooks back. And really, it's representation of the Russians have been trying to have peace with these American Edomites. And Esau keep doing everything in his power to kick this shit off. I feel like that's happened. Like those hooks have been put in their jaws, and now war is inevitable. All right. Let me get this is Zechariah 9:14. And it reads, and Yahweh shall be seen over them, and his arrow shall go forth as the lightning, and Yahweh's trumpet, Salaki, and shall go with whirlwinds of the south. The Most High is going to tear Babylon a new ass, man. All right. This place is going to be, it's going to be laid flat and destroyed, no matter what Esau Edom decides he wants to do, man. There's no saving Babylon whatsoever.
This is the depiction of those arrows, man. This is what the Most High said that those arrows are going to be. Continuing on, it says a day of darkness and a day of gloominess, a day of clouds and of thick darkness, and as the morning spread upon the mountain a great people and a strong, there has not been even the like it, neither shall there be any more after it, even to years of many generations.
That's right.
A fire devoureth them, and behind them a flame burneth. The land is as the Garden of Eden before them, and behind them a desolate wilderness, and nothing shall escape them, man. That's them ICBM nuclear missiles, man. Nothing can outrun that. Your fancy Maseratis and Ferraris ain't gonna have enough horsepower for you to escape it. Your airplanes ain't gonna escape it. All right, your spacecrafts aren't gonna escape it. Your military dungs aren't gonna escape it.
Nope.
You are not going to escape this nuclear fire that's coming for your ass, man. The lake of fire in Babylon the Great, man. And it says the appearance of them is as the appearance of horses, and as the horsemen shall they run. So when I hear stuff like that, man, I think about Lord of the Rings. When you see Rohan riding down on the orcs, man. That's how that fire is going to be devouring these houses, these buildings, you people, everything and anything, man. That's how the fire is going to just trample, man.
Just rolling over niggas, man.
Like the noise of a chariot on top of the mountain, so shall they leap. Like the noise of a flame and a fire that devoureth the stubble, as a strong people set in the battle array, man. Because when fire goes, it cracks and pops and makes all kinds of thunderous noise, man.
Right.
Especially coming out of an ICMB, man, and all the ICMBs in the world hitting a singular target, man. Babylon the Great. And it says, before the faces of the people they shall be pain, all the faces gathering in darkness. Salakia. Like the noise of the chariot at the top of the mountain, so shall they leap. Like the noise of the flame of the fire devoureth the stubble, as a strong people set in battle array. Before the faces of the people shall be much pain. All the faces gathering blackness, they shall run like mighty men. Mm-hmm. They shall climb the walls like the men of war.
Man, and that fire is going to be going over the wall. You know what I'm saying? When you describe this fire, man, it's like an unstoppable force.
Man.
And there's nothing you niggas can do. It's coming over the walls. You know what I'm saying? It's riding over your men of war. Rolling right over, creeping into your bedroom window.
All up in your shit, man.
Man.
And they shall not break their rank. One thrust another. They shall walk every one in his path. And when they shall fall upon the sword, they shall not be wounded.
Man, nuclear fire controlled by the Most High, man. That shit is a scary thought.
Yeah, it's
woe to you niggas that yearn for the day of the Lord. Thinking that it's going to be, that y'all joyfully go to the kingdom butt naked and with wings and holding hands and shit, man.
Up your ass for something. And they shall run to and fro in the city, and they shall run upon the walls. They shall climb up the houses. They shall enter into the windows like a thief. They shall quake before them. The heavens shall tremble, and the sun and the moon shall be dark, and the stars shall withdraw their shining. And the Lord shall utter his voice before his army, for his camp is very great. For he is strong and executed his word. For the day of the Lord is great and very terrible. Who can abide it?
Who can abide it, man?
I got a set for the day of the Lord too.
Go ahead, bro.
People think it's sweet. This is Revelation 6:14. And the heaven departed as the scroll when it was rolled together, and every mountain and island were moved out of their places, and the kings of the earth,
mushroom cloud.
Yep.
and the great men, and the rich men, and the chief
You got that,
captains, and the mighty men, and every bondman, and every freeman hid themselves in the dens and in the rocks of the mountains, and said unto the mountains and rocks, fall on us, and from the wrath of the Lamb.
Hey, man.
It don't sound like it's going to be pretty.
Right. If you begging to just be buried alive so that you don't have to deal with the Most High's punishment, you know it's fierce. Niggas think it's sweet, man. What you got, Yadazak?
We're going to end it on this. This is Mark 13. I'm going to start at 30. Actually, I'm going to start at 31. I'm going to start at 29, read down to 33. And it says, so ye in like manner, when ye shall see these things come to pass, know it is nigh, even at the doors. Verily I say unto you, that this generation shall not pass till all these things be done. Heaven and earth shall not pass away, heaven and earth shall pass away, but my word shall not pass away.
That's right.
But of that day and that hour knoweth no man, not the angels which are in heaven, neither the Son. Ye watch and pray, for ye know not when the time is. For the Son of Man is taking a far journey, who left his house and gave authority to his servants, and to every man his work, and commanded the potter to watch. Watch ye therefore, for ye know not when the master of the house cometh at eve, or at midnight, or at the cock crowing, or even in the morning. Lest coming suddenly he find you sleeping. And what I say unto you, I say unto all, watch.
And that's being watchmen. That's our duty, man. Don't get caught with your pants down. All right? We hope this video was somewhat edifying. With that being said, we'd like to give all praises unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakah, Kodash. All right, double honors under the elders of GMS, who are the true leaders of Israel, whether you can accept that or not. And to all the Akim out there who are pushing this word with truth and sincerity, as well as the Akim and Akwath who are out there listening and learning. To you, Akim, we say Shalom.